The human doctor was bitten by an alien vampire. His blood now heals only. They're kind, Doctor. Lucas Brown never believed in monsters until one bit him. The research station on Kepler 442b hummed with quiet activity as Dr. Lucas Brown finished his evening rounds. The red sun cast strange shadows through the medical bay windows where he treated both human colonists and the native Zephyrian species, who had become their unlikely allies. The Zephyrians looked almost human except for their pale blue skin, silver hair and eyes that glowed like starlight. Their Queen Lyra had made peace with the human settlement 3 years ago, but tensions still ran high between the species. Lucas checked on his last patient, Amanda Hayes, a colonist who had suffered burns from a mining accident. Her healing was progressing well thanks to the advanced medical technology they had brought from Earth. A soft sound made him turn around. A figure stood in the doorway, silhouetted against the corridor lights. It was Vera, one of Lyra's advisors. Her silver hair fell like liquid moonlight over her shoulders, and her luminous eyes watched him with an intensity that made his breath catch. "Come quickly." "Doctor," she said in her melodic voice. "There has been an accident." In the deep caves, Lucas grabbed his medical kit and followed Vera through the winding tunnels that connected the human settlement to the Zephyrian city. The caves grew darker as they descended, and Lucas noticed they were heading away from the main population centers. "Where exactly are we going?" he asked. But Vera only moved faster, her pale form gliding through shadows like a ghost. They reached a chamber deep underground, lit only by bioluminescent fungi. Lucas could see no injured person anywhere. When he turned to ask Vera what was happening, she was standing much closer than before. Her eyes had changed from their usual soft glow to something fierce and hungry. "Doctor," she whispered, "I am sorry for the deception, but my people are dying and only you can save us." Before Lucas could respond, Vera lunged forward with inhuman speed. Her mouth opened, revealing fangs that gleamed in the dim light. She bit deep into his neck, and Lucas felt his world explode into fire and ice. The pain was unlike anything he had ever experienced. It felt as though molten metal was being poured through his veins while simultaneously freezing his bones. Lucas tried to scream, but no sound came. His vision blurred and darkness claimed him. When he woke, Lucas found himself in a different chamber surrounded by dozens of Zephyrians who looked nothing like the healthy individuals he knew from the city. These beings were gaunt and pale even by Zephyrian standards. Their skin had a grayish tinge and their eyes barely glowed. Vera knelt beside him, her face filled with desperate hope. "Doctor, your blood has changed. You are the first human to survive the bite of a Shadowborn." Shadowborn Lucas struggled to sit up. "What are you talking about?" "We are the outcasts," she explained. "The forgotten children of Zephyr who were infected by an ancient curse centuries ago. We survive by drinking blood, but only Zephyrian blood sustains us. Human blood kills us instantly." She paused, her eyes bright with tears. "But something in your human biology has created a miracle. Your blood, after being changed by my bite, can now heal our kind." Lucas looked around the chamber at the suffering faces surrounding him. Many appeared to be dying, their life force nearly extinguished. These were not monsters, but refugees hiding in the deep caves because their own people had cast them out. "Your Queen Lyra knows about you," he said. "She knows, but she cannot help us," Vera replied. "If she openly supported the Shadowborn, it would destroy the peace treaty with your people. Most humans would never accept vampires living among them, even peaceful ones." Lucas understood the terrible position everyone was in. The Shadowborn needed help, but helping them could destroy the fragile alliance between humans and Zephyrians. He looked at his hands and noticed his skin had a faint luminescence that had not been there before. "How many of you are there?" he asked. "Nearly 200. Vera said. "Most are children and elders who cannot hunt for themselves. We have been slowly starving for generations." Lucas made his decision. "I will help you, but we need to find a way that does not endanger either species." Over the following days, Lucas worked in secret to understand his transformation. His blood had indeed changed, taking on properties that could heal Shadowborn injuries and even reverse some effects of their curse. He discovered that small amounts of his blood mixed with synthetic plasma could create a serum that would sustain them without requiring constant feeding. The work was dangerous if discovered by either the human colonists or Queen Lyra. It could be seen as treason. Lucas had to be extremely careful about his absences from the medical bay and his interactions with both species. Amanda Hayes began to notice changes in her doctor. Lucas looked paler than usual, and sometimes she caught him staring at nothing with a distant expression. She also noticed he worked late into the night more often and seemed to avoid social gatherings with other colonists. One evening, Amanda followed Lucas when she saw him leaving the settlement through a maintenance tunnel. She tracked him to the deep caves where she witnessed him giving blood to dozens of strange pale beings instead of running. Away in terror, Amanda quietly approached Vera and Lucas. "Dr. Brown," she said softly, "these people are sick and you are helping them." Lucas spun around in shock. "Amanda, what are you doing here? This is dangerous." The young colonist looked at the Shadowborn. "Without fear, I have seen suffering before, Doctor. My family died in the plague on Earth before I came here. These people need help just like my family did." Vera stepped forward, studying Amanda with her glowing eyes. "This human has a pure heart, Doctor. Perhaps she could help us find a better solution." Together, the three of them developed a plan. Lucas would continue producing the healing serum, while Amanda would help establish a hidden medical facility in the caves. They would gradually introduce the idea of the Shadowborn to selected humans and Zephyrians who they trusted to react with compassion rather than fear. The plan worked slowly but steadily. Lucas trained Amanda to help with basic medical procedures for the Shadowborn, while Vera reached out to sympathetic members of both species. A small network of allies began to form. 3 months after that first bite, Queen Lyra arrived at the medical bay looking troubled. "Dr. Brown," she said, "I have heard disturbing rumors about activities." In the deep caves, Lucas exchanged glances with Amanda, who was organizing medical supplies nearby. "Your Majesty, what kind of rumors?" "That someone has been treating the Shadowborn Lyra." Paused, her eyes studying Lucas carefully. "This is extremely dangerous, for all our peoples." The Queen stepped closer and Lucas realized she could probably sense the changes in him. Her enhanced Zephyrian senses would detect the strange energy now flowing through his blood. "You have been bitten," she said with certainty. "Show me your neck." Lucas had no choice but to reveal the small scars left by Vera's fangs. Queen Lyra examined them and nodded grimly. "You have survived something that should have killed you, Doctor. This makes you either very lucky or very important." After Lucas explained everything, Queen Lyra was quiet for a long time. Finally, she spoke. "The Shadowborn are my people too, even though we have pretended otherwise for too long. Your sacrifice may have given us a path forward." Doctor, working together, they established an official medical program to help the Shadowborn, while gradually educating both species about the truth. Queen Lyra used her authority to ensure the Shadowborn could live openly, while Lucas and Amanda trained other medical staff to help with ongoing treatment. Lucas learned to control his new abilities, discovering he could sense illness in others, and his healing powers extended beyond just the Shadowborn. He became a bridge between all three groups, human, Zephyrian, and Shadowborn. Near bite that should have killed him instead gave Lucas the power to heal an entire hidden population. His blood became the foundation for treatments that would help the Shadowborn integrate into society rather than hide in caves. Years later, when peace had been fully established between all three peoples, Lucas often reflected on that night in the caves. One act of desperate trust between species had changed everything. The monster who bit him had not been a monster at all, but a healer seeking a cure for her people. Dr. Lucas Brown had found his true calling not just as a human doctor, but as a healer for all peoples regardless of their species or their past.